Hello class! For my creative project, I chose to write a blog from the standpoint of a student traveling to New Zealand and working on a kiwi fruit orchard. I chose this as my creative project because I'm planning to travel next spring and I'm looking forward to writing a blog about my travels. So I figured writing this blog would be great practice. Also, New Zealand is one of my favorite destinations and I'm considering traveling there. So I found it fascinating to look into the Bay of Plenty area and see what it has to offer. I mainly focused on kiwi fruit and the practice of the orchards because I became really interested in kiwi production after attending the live lecture. Kiwi fruit is a very important part of New Zealand's economy and plays a significant role in their exports. I hope you enjoy my project and can take away some new information about kiwi fruit. Thanks! Now I'm going to read aloud my blog from the standpoint as a student picking her way through New Zealand. Welcome. Please follow me as I post about some of my experiences during my 3 months of summer travels through New Zealand. I will be traveling to the Bay of Plenty area on May 1st, where I plan to stay in a dorm-style hostel for 3 months. Once there, I plan to seek out a job kiwi picking to help finance the trip. April, May, June, July, and August are considered the best fruit picking season for avocados, kiwi fruit, and fajotas in the Bay of Plenty area. Many farms will be looking for help since the farm harvest will be bountiful, so finding a job should be easy. I really hope work on a kiwi orchard because the kiwi is my absolute favorite fruit to snack on. Below is a picture of the Bay of Plenty area. I will be there during the end of fall season and beginning of winter. Even though it will be winter in the Bay of Plenty area is known for consistently sunny climate, the temperature will average around 12 degrees Celsius. I can't wait to see the beautiful blue skies and beaches New Zealand has to offer. Next post. Hello from Mount Maunganui. Week 2 of my stay at the Mount Backpackers Hostel and I have had an amazing time. I'm living in a 6-person dorm-style room with fascinating people from all over the world. This is a picture of my room. Unfortunately, I got a bottom bunk, and the girl who sleeps above me is also from Florida. It's really strange to share a room with 5 strangers in such close quarters, but luckily everyone is always so busy exploring the area that we are rarely in the room. Nicole, a girl in my room that I've become friends with, is planning to find a fruit picking job, also to extend her visa. We're going to the front desk today where they offer assistance in finding jobs available for picking and packing. Later today we are planning to go swimming with dolphins in the Ragatan Bay. Post 3. Kia ora, that means hello in Maori language, the native language of New Zealand. My new job on a kiwi orchard in Katawi has really opened my eyes to the culture of New Zealand. My boss and many of my coworkers have grown up in New Zealand and were passionate about teaching me their country's history. Recently, I've learned a lot of Maori phrases and become very good at comprehending a lot of words. Although the language isn't extremely prevalent around New Zealand, it's starting to revive. Many schools are developing programs to integrate it into the curriculum, and it's becoming a much more common occurrence to hear the phrase kia ora on the street. I've really gotten into the groove of my kiwi fruit picking job, and I've become very comfortable with the tasks my job demands of me. At first, the work hours were excruciating, and I wasn't used to performing such physical work. Since kiwis grow on vines, I spend a lot of my time at work with my neck, back, and my hands in the air. The stress on my neck and back took some time to get used to. Below is a picture I took of my team leader. As you can see, the kiwi fruit vines grow 2 meters high, pergolas and are constantly looking upwards to pick the fruit. Now that I have adjusted to the routine and demand of the job, I have really excelled at increasing the efficiency at which I work. The orchard pays per bin of kiwi fruit, so it really pays to be as efficient and hardworking as possible. I included a picture of the picking bag and the bin below to give you a size comparison of the bins. It's a really pretty large bin, but surprisingly I fill about 4 a day. I have been so successful at work the past few weeks that I have made enough money to pay for a month's worth of surf lessons. Post 4. Hello everyone. I've been so busy with the work and travels, but I wanted to share this amazing video I made with some footage I took at work over the past month. Also, I wanted to share some facts about kiwi production in New Zealand. As you watch the video, I'll go ahead and read some facts about kiwi fruit. Kiwis are New Zealand's highest earning horticulture crop. They were originally referred to as the Chinese gooseberry. Kiwis come in two variations, green-fleshed and yellow-fleshed. Yellow-fleshed kiwi fruit is more commonly called gold kiwi fruit. Most kiwi orchards located in Bay of Plenty area are about 80% of production takes place. The soil conditions of the area are ideal because they are well drained, but need regular nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium once picking has begun. New Zealand's orchards exclusively grow kiwis. Most orchards are relatively small, less than 5 hectares. Dry matter and color tests are done to ensure the kiwi is at the desired eating quality. New Zealand is the second largest production country behind Italy. Zespri is New Zealand's largest, most popular grower-owned commercial marketing brand. New Zealand controls 28% of kiwi worldwide through Zespri. I'll let you go ahead and watch the video on your own later where you can expand it to full screen. Next post. Hello foodies. Today I was invited over to my coworker Josh's house so he could teach me how to cook a traditional New Zealand meal. It was such a great night, especially because I hadn't had a home-cooked meal in months. Kiwis, the people of New Zealand, are very passionate about their food. This is especially prevalent because of the large number of cafes, bistros, bakeries, and restaurants. Josh chose to make lamb roast with kumara and butternut pumpkin. Then for dessert we made pavlova, the national dessert of New Zealand. Here's a picture of the lamb roast and our side vegetables. It was on my checklist to try lamb since New Zealand is very well known for their sheep. The country has a population of 4 million people and 50 million sheep. Therefore, it is no surprise that lamb is New Zealand's #1 export. I found the lamb leg to be quite delicious. I'm not typically a big meat eater, but I thought it was cooked to perfection and the perfect amount of tenderness. Also, I found the flavor perfectly complemented the side vegetables of kumara and butternut pumpkin. The kumara is a popular root vegetable, and butternut pumpkin is a popular squash of the country. Both vegetables have a very similar consistency of a sweet potato, which I love. Now for the sweetest part of the night, dessert. Pavlova is a very traditional dish in New Zealand. Josh had an old family recipe which he claimed is the only way you should ever make pavlova. And boy was he right. The dish is made of a meringue-based filling with light fluffy whipped cream and fruit. The fluffy whipped cream is how the dish got its name, because the cream was much like the light and gracefulness of a famous ballerina dancer, Anna Pavlova. The key to Josh's family recipe is that it only uses fresh kiwis as a fruit component. Josh and I brought back 6 of the freshest kiwis from work to make the most delectable dessert I've ever tasted. It even looked beautiful, especially when Josh showed me how his grandmother would drizzle kiwi juice on top. I'll include the recipe below. As you can see, the kiwi juice drizzled off the sides and made the dessert look so beautiful. Last post. Hi friends, as I reach the final week of my journey, I'd like to thank you all for following me as I picked my way through New Zealand. I fully enjoyed my time here in the Bay of Plenty area and wish I could stay longer. Sadly, my visa is ending and I'll need to return home next week. I really encourage you all to get out there and travel because you only truly learn and understand a country after you visit. Growing up, I was always extremely fascinated when I learned about New Zealand in my studies. It was one of my favorites because it seemed like such a happy place with beautiful weather, great surf, and plenty of sheep, lots of kiwis, the fruit, and the people. Yesterday, I finally visited a sheep farm. The winter is when sheep farms usually carry their lowest amount of stock, so I was told there were only a few, but to me it looked like a bunch. Here you can see the pictures of the sheep grazing the mountains. I have become so acquainted with the grassy hills and mountainous views, it's going to be so difficult to go back to Florida. Here are some pictures I snapped while traveling to lunch yesterday. If these don't make you want to get on travel, I don't know what will. Thanks for following. That's all for now. Until my next adventure.